It is a privilege for me to be here to share a portion of my family's story with you. It told me I have 3 minutes, and so I don't know how I'm going to tell you everything about what's going on in our life in 3 minutes. But okay. But on April 6th of 2020, in the middle of a global pandemic that changed all of our lives, my family's life got turned upside down. That's the day that our then two-year-old son Hudson was diagnosed. Well, wasn't diagnosed that day. He was sent to the hospital that day with a high white blood cell count. And on April 8th, he was diagnosed with leukemia and began chemo treatments on April 9th. And what we thought was going to be a pretty routine visit to our pediatrician turned into a 16-day hospital stay as they gave him chemo to kill all the cancer cells and then watched his body just go crazy trying to figure out what to do next. And during that time, in that 16-day stay, we were introduced to Children's Miracle Network. The Children's Life Specialist at Northwest, Becky Immel, told us about Children's Miracle Network, and we'd heard about it, and we knew kind of what Children's Miracle Network did and a bit of their mission, but we never in a million years thought we were going to be the beneficiaries of Children's Miracle Network. And so once we found out about them, we got connected with Lindsay, applied, and then very quickly were told that they were going to be covering a huge portion of our hospital bills. Many of you in here know this. If you have experience with it, some of you probably just know it by hearing from other people, but cancer treatments are very expensive. I see the printout of what things are charged, and I can't imagine. I'm like, good grief, how can it cost this much money for these things? But because of Children's Miracle Network, our family has been able to weather that storm financially. And because they have given to us, and because you have given, it has eased so much of it. Cancer, many of you know, many of you are cancer survivors, some of you just have friends in your life. It's really hard. Everything about it is hard. And just so you know, my son is doing great. If you saw him today, you would never know that he has gone through cancer, is having treatments. He's this very fun. I would have brought him, but he would have destroyed everything. The other thing that's fun about our son is he has Down syndrome, and so that just makes everything about him a little more strange. But he's a blast and is doing well and is recovering. But as you know, it's just hard. And one of the things that makes it even harder is figuring out sometimes, how am I going to pay for this? How are we going to be able to make this work in the midst of that? And because of Children's Miracle Network, our family has been able to do this. And so on behalf of my family, and I think I get to speak somewhat on behalf of Children's Miracle Network families, let me say thank you to you. Oftentimes when you hear, it feels like you're giving to an organization, right? The foundation or Children's Miracle Network or whatever it is, but in actuality, you aren't giving to an organization, you're giving to people. If you have given, I am a person that you have given to support and to help. And years from now, for the rest of our life, when we tell our story about childhood cancer, we will not be able to tell it without talking about you. And thank you. What you do in just giving does amazing things in the lives of people. And my family is one of those people. And so again, let me just say and close by saying thank you very much from the bottom of our heart.